Four, but it's time now to cross you over to my colleague Papani Ashale for that build-up of the launch of the 2023 National Science and Maths Quiz. So Michael Niashale is taking over right now. Michael, what can you report, and has it taken off already?
Great, welcome to the NATO right here in Accra, and this is definitely the build-up of the National Science and Maths Quiz for the year 2023. Arguably, this is the biggest time in the educational sector, and nothing else, I don't even compare that to sports, nothing else comes to how this certainly event that you're speaking about brings many people together. 30 years ago in 1993 started as an observation followed by a series of questions, and down the line we are here with the biggest award-winning show of the lifetime of Ghana. But there are a number of people that will talk to bring you up to speed what we are talking about. Yes, we are talking about the National Science and Maths Quiz, the best in what we've had. Quite a number of people are supporting us as well. But the 2023 National Science and Maths Quiz is produced by Primetime Limited, sponsored by the Ghana Education Service, in partnership with Goel PLC, Good Energy, Goel YNDM, and supported by AT Life is Simple, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, for every life, for every future, and Pepsodent, every smile matters. Better malt, discover the richness of natural, true malt. ABSA, bringing your possibilities to life. That's Africanity, that's ABSA. Accra College of Education, training doctors with heart power. Academic City University College, educating Africa-ready leaders, future-ready leaders, I beg your pardon, and Coronation Insurance for everything. And Garnet, bridging Ghana's digital divide for research and education. Cowbell, our creamy goodness, and Belacqua for the greater good. Also GTP, Lifestyle, and YFM. The broadcast of the National Science and Maths Quiz on Joy News and Joy Prime is supported by Vitamilk, Feel Good Anywhere, Anytime, and German Ozone Medical Center, Alternative Therapy, Dental Beauty and Wellness. Then Virtual Security Africa, Complete Security Solutions, and Royal Form, Rest Assured, Ace Medical Insurance, the new face of healthcare financing, Chopbox Technologies, a convenient service, and Syntex Tanks, Air Strong, Air Tough. Built Financial Technologies, bookkeeping made simple, results made extraordinary, and Family Health University College, Ghana's premier private medical school. If you just join us, this is the live broadcast of the launch of the 2023 edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz, the biggest show of the year, and certainly this is right where to be on Joy News. I have quite a number of people that I want to talk to, just a build-up. What should you anticipate? There are quite a number of things. Well, we know already that PRESEC undoubtedly is the best in, well, they are the reigning champions, so I can say that. But will they continue their winning streak? 2 years ago, they wanted to do that. That wasn't possible. Will that happen this year? Well, will other schools from other regions also have a say in this year's? Well, will a girls' school also have a say in this year's quiz? Well, those are not questions that I can answer. You have to wait for close to a month to do that. Well, let's welcome the MD of Primetime later, the people that make this possible, Nana Ikuya Mensah Bonso, who help us, probably give us a hint as to some of the answers to some of these questions. I'm really grateful for your time, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Great. I mean, 30 years, 1993. I'm not sure I was born at the time. But yes, 1993 to 2023 has been quite an insightful journey for you, I want to believe.
Yes, it has. I always tell people that I grew up on the quiz. So this quiz competition was started by my father. He's here, so you might want to talk to him to find out what the early days were really like. I used to go and watch the contest after school, and then when I finished SSS, I interned at Primetime. So I was a production assistant on the program. I used to help Prof. Marianne Ramadi with her clothes and her makeup. I used to make up the boys, the contestants, before they'd go up on stage to contest, and help with general errands around. So And then in 2013, I started running it myself as the head of the whole production. So I say it's a journey, as you can see, from observer to learning, under the ropes, like under someone, and then now running it. Yes.
Interesting. But let's get this out of the way. So, happy 30th birthday to you.
Thank you. Primetime is 30 this year too, so it's a double celebration. Yes.
Even great. I'll definitely ask him what he makes of the event. But certainly as 30 years, but before that, before we even tackle 30 years, it's been a tough journey for you. Good news, bad news. Let's start with the good news.
Well, it's a lifetime. 30 years is someone's whole lifetime, right? And in the life of a production, even a station's own production, it's a really, really long time. And when you add the fact that it's an independent production, it's nothing short of a miracle. Something of this size, it's nothing short of a miracle. And so all sorts of things go on in a lifetime. There are always ups and downs in anyone's life. There are times when you are up, there are times when you're down. There are times when there are good things happening to you, and times when sad things, happen to you. So this is the same for us. We've had really good times, we've had difficult times, but it seems like every time there's been a difficult time, somebody, I call them angels, an angel has stepped in to help us. So you realize that Brilliant Soap was our initial sponsor, and the program was named Brilliant Science and Maths Quiz. And then when Brilliant dropped its sponsorship in '98, Ghana Breweries, now Guinness Ghana Breweries, stepped in. And when that sponsorship also ended, the Get Fund stepped in. And then for 2 years we were down because in 2009 we had to organize it ourselves without sponsorship. And 2010 and 2011, we just didn't have the financial might to do that. But as I said, angels come in, step in. So we had the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools, CHAS, stepping in, lobbying the GES Council, and they approved for a levy to be put on the schools. And that's how they raised the funds for the program to come back on air in 2012. And since then, CHAS ran it until 2017 when Free SHS came in, and then the sponsorship switched. So back to the Ghana Education Service under the Ministry of Education's help. So it's I call it ebb and flow. High times, good times, but in all of it, we have tried to stay true to our roots. We have tried to make things work. We have stayed, I believe that we have stayed excellent. So the production has always been top notch. Questions always been top notch, and that's all of these things have worked together to help us make this journey and to clock 30 years. It's a big.
Definitely a big step. It shows. Given the coverage, how people will anticipate your show, definitely shows in how you have grown over the years. But for 2023, I think that it has also been a very tough year for you, having to hear the sad news of the passing of Lou Troughton itself. How as Primetime, how did you react to that?
It was heartbreaking. In fact, that first day when I heard it, I felt pain in my heart the whole night. It was very difficult. We went to Qatar for his funeral, and we paid a tribute to him there. It's just sad that we were not at a graduation, that it wasn't at the conferment of a big international or national award, but at his funeral. But in his short life, he touched a lot of lives in Ghana, and this was evident in the way people reacted to the news of his passing. We wish that things would have been better. It wouldn't have ended that way, but you cannot question. You can't question things like that. You can't question. You don't know. You can't question things like that.
Certainly what I know is that this year will be in honor of his name. We'll raise more giants to replace him, to keep on shining the light. So over the years, I know that you've done quite a number of changes, that you switched up the number of schools, you added more schools, more slots. Again, last year or 2 years, we had to change the theme song, make it so, your own words, we Ghanaianized the song. So, 30th anniversary, what surprised me? I know that you may want to keep it for the main program itself, but just give us a sneak peek into what we should expect for this year.
The usual fireworks from the students and all. On our side, there are a few things that we've added. The regional and zonal champions, we are elevating their status because we want to elevate the status of the regional and zonal championships. So the unseeded regional champions are getting a wild card entry into the 1/8. Yes, and that's how it's going to be from now on. So the first beneficiaries of that are Kumasi Anglican, GSTS Takrade, and Tamale Islamic Science Senior High School. So they are going to get a wildcard entry into the 1/8. We also have 7 private schools joining in. It gives me a lot of pleasure to have both sides. Then it makes it really national. It's not just geographical, but you also have the private schools and the public schools coming together and competing under one umbrella. We have a few surprises like that, and we have an anniversary cloth.
Interesting.
Yes, so you'll be seeing that soon.
Wonderful. We'll bring you sneak peeks in some of those ones as well. But just before you take leave of us, the content for many is that this is built for the schools that are well endowed. But I have been with you on the trail. I have seen how you go through the over 500 schools down to 135. I mean, how do you respond to contents of that?
It's basically a matter of preparation. I always say this, and you can see that some of the smaller schools or lesser known schools now taking it seriously are also making waves in the competition. Some of the schools that have been doing really well over the years have institutionalized their training, their structure. There's a proper structure to it. So you find that they have a series of exams for potential contestants from Form 1. They have a club or a group. They do tests periodically. Some even have perks like special meals, a special place where they do their prep. I mean, they have all sorts of things. They don't do housework. They've institutionalized it such that it's a track that you follow. And all of these add to the preparation that I was talking about. So if you prepare early, you invest into it, then you're going to get good results. And you see that now some of the smaller schools are getting up. Last year we saw a number of them. I wonder if you noticed the Eastern Region Presby schools.
Yes.
Abetifi Presby and Debris Presby. Yes. You don't. Ascent State College went to quarterfinals. It's the investment and preparation in it. So I'm just going to encourage people to prepare well, and they will do well in the competition.
Is a girls' school going to win for the first time? I know you can't answer.
I wish a girls' school would win. I mean, it's long overdue. It's long overdue, and I'm wishing all the girls' schools the very best. I hope that one of them emerges the winner. I'd be over the moon if that happened.
Well, let's wait till after a month and see how they feel. Thank you very much for joining me. So that's the MD of Primetime Limited, Madam Nana Ikuya Mensah Bonsu, I beg your pardon, who just joined us here. So, I mean, if you just joined us, this is the pre-interviews to the mega launch of the 2023 edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz, arguably the biggest time in the year for education everywhere across the country. This is where the brightest and the best come and battle for a sport to be called champions. I have also one of the title sponsors, one of the best in the industry, GOIL. I have Mr. Robert Treme. Thank you very much, sir, for doing this with us.
Thank you very much.
Many people wonder, I mean, for a contest of students, contest for wits, Science and Maths. So what was the interest of a petroleum company? I mean, we know it's a national company. We're also interested in National Science and Maths Quiz.
Thank you very much and for the opportunity. Let me first say that this is not the first time GOIL has been on this program. In fact, for the last 6 years, we have participated in this program as sponsors. And this year, we decided to take it a notch further by becoming a partner sponsor. That means a lot for GOIL and for the country. Suffice to say that, to answer your question directly, education is everything. And as an entity, it is one of our social intervention strategies that we have put in place in consonance with SDG Goal 4, which talks about quality education and equal opportunities and inclusiveness of education. And in Ghana, if you want to see a situation where people, young people, can be encouraged to take care of themselves in future, we need innovators, we need future scientists to be able to come out with the common problems that affect the country. And that is why GOIL wants to still continue and to take this a notch further to make sure that we educate the scientific minds and fuel that innovation drive to be able to, for example, in future, come out and innovate the best solutions that we have for our country. Many of our problems are simple, but we need innovators. And these are the young ones whom we want to trust and make sure that they are well equipped for the future development of the country.
Okay, so Mr. Chair, does this mean more money or more fuel for the students in the participating schools?
If we say we have gone a notch further, it means we have increased our participation. It means we want to increase the volume, bigger and better. So we have come bigger and better. And as I said, GOIL will have a very good drive in terms of our corporate social responsibility. And precisely because we rely on the SDG goal, which talks about quality education and inclusivity. And therefore, we want to use as a basis to want to prepare the young ones for the future. So we have come bigger and better for the Ghanaians, so that as an indigenous oil marketing a company like GOIL, the least we can offer to our people and the generation yet to come is to support them to be able to equip them scientifically so that they can develop their innate talents and abilities for the future.
We are most grateful for your involvement in sponsoring this quiz. But I didn't ask you, Robert, so what school did you attend?
A number of schools. So if you see...
Which one is your favorite?
So if you... No, I don't have a favorite. But if you see Sunyani Secondary School and Prempeh College, you can understand. So any one of them that gets further, you can be sure that I'll root for it. Of course, Prempeh over the years had to reach very dizzying heights, much to admiration of all. So I'll be backing them fully and in charge.
You use the word dizzying heights. Does that in any way refer to what happened last year?
No, not because we're dizzy, but at least last 2 years, you saw what happened in Kumasi.
Okay.
Last year it was unfortunate, but this year it could be better. So we are very sure that we will reach the heights that people will admire.
Okay.
But let me take this opportunity to say that GOIL appreciates Prime Time for the efforts they have put in place to be able to run this program for the last 30 years, from Brilliant Science and Maths Quiz up to this time that they are still organizing the program. And it's not for any reason that we have consistently over the years supported them. It shows the level of enthusiasm that the public has also participated. So welcome everybody. We hope that this year will be better. This year the participation will increase, and therefore attention will be focused on what is most important for the development of the country, and that is developing the human capacity of the young ones that we need most for the future.
So Robert Tre, thank you very much for doing this. Robert Tre is the PR manager with GOIL PLC, one of the title sponsors for the National Science and Maths Quiz. If you just join us, you are watching the prelude to the mega launch of the 30th anniversary and also the 2023 edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz. Well, who is going to win this year's quiz? Is Presec going to get an opportunity to, replay their back-to-back win that they did some time ago, or will Prempeh unseat them and get another revenge? Well, it's a number of schools, more than 100 schools, battling for the top spot in the country. And arguably, for 1 year, they become the best senior high school in the country. So talk to us on social media. Which school will win this year's event? Again, which school are you rooting for? Do you think that any girls' school has a real chance in winning this year? Well, I've seen some of the girls' schools. I've seen the likes of Holy Child, Wesley Girls. Hantaman is not coming this year, but at the regional level, they gave them quite a good contest. The likes of Ibri Girls are also coming. So are they going to be are they going to have some weight in this year's contest? Well, I don't know, but let me ask the man whose idea from the beginning I told you all of this is hinged on. The man that saw beyond the idea, the man that saw beyond what he was just seeing, saw an idea, asked a series of questions, and 30 years down the line, we are here. Dr. Mensah Mosu, thank you very much for doing this with us.
Thank you very much for bringing me here.
Well, just before I came here, I was watching an interview of you just last year, talking about almost 29 years since you birthed the idea, from seeing a bed perched on an electric wire and how that bed was not electrocuted at all. 30 years down the line, do you think it's worth it?
Well, I think it has been worth it. There's been a lot of challenges. We've overcome them as we go along one by one, and we are celebrating 30 years. And actually, we are in September. This program was launched in September 1993 at the UAC Training School near the Rich Hospital. So it's exactly 30 years since we've been on the program, and the first competition was in October, started in October 1993. So 30 years down the line.
It really matches up then. It matches up that round 30 years. Yes. But I know that after going to Nigeria once, you lost some sponsors. Is that idea still on the table?
In fact, it's even a bigger idea. We want to go Africa. Okay. Africa-wide. So we want to do West Africa and then do an African competition. We've tried here and there, but we haven't given up. Yeah, we haven't given up.
Great. So 30 years. I call them naysayers, those who look at the National Science and Maths Quiz as skewed towards the well-endowed schools, as an unnecessary event that has to happen in the Canada Year of Education. What do you say to people like that who have consistently criticized the National Science and Maths Quiz for not being practical, for not being so many other things they want to say just to drag it? And what do you say to them?
Well, that is an elitist program. That is not true. Every school in this country has the opportunity to participate. That's why we do the regionals. In the regions, every school in the region qualifies to participate. Some don't come because they find themselves inadequate, but it's not, skewed towards the more endowed schools. Yes, the more endowed schools may do better but there have been surprises all along. I mean, I don't want to mention schools, but there have been years where people have really, really lost because they thought they were the favored ones, because they were more endowed. Maybe they didn't take it too serious, or they didn't take the competition too serious, their competitors too serious, and lost. We've had, I said I was good, but we've had Chemo Secondary School, Adan Secondary School. We've had Bekwai SDA, taking out St. Peter's. We've had a lot of what you may call upsets, but It's because people put in a lot more effort, and they were more determined. We've had Bolga Secondary School where many years ago we had Subiu. So really, when you talk about the practical, I don't think there's anything on earth that has been done that started straight from practical. There must always be a theoretical background. And that is what we are giving the children here. They have to learn the theoretical background. They have to understand how and why things work. Then they can create. If they don't understand, it doesn't make any difference at all whether they have the talent to produce or not. They will produce shoddy work. But when they understand what it means to have, to do this or to have this go this way or that way, then they can do it better. Look at our carpenters. You see all the fine furniture they do on the street there, but they don't last because they didn't understand why it should be done this way or the other way. They knew how to do that. You put chairs, you put plywood or wood, and then put nails in. Anybody can do that. That is being practical. But there's theory behind it. Why it should be at a certain angle, why it should be at a certain height, why it should be at a certain length. You see, that is what we are providing the students. The theoretical background to build on when they want to go into the practicals.
So on 30th anniversary, what schools are you rooting for? I know it's a question you want to run away from, but I mean, what schools are you looking out for?
I always wish my school would at least come into, but they've never, Wesley Grammar School has never come beyond the 1/8. I'm hoping that this year, at least, to honor me, they would come up to at least the quarterfinals. But more importantly, I am looking forward to a girls' school winning the competition. I've always said it the last how many years that it's one of my dreams that a girls' school would one day win the competition. So far, Wesley Girls and Fancyman are the only schools that have gone to the finals. What are the other girls doing? The other schools doing? I want them to show that they are writing the same exams with the boys, so they can do what the boys are doing. So I'm rooting for the girls.
Thank you very much. So, I mean, all the best. May God give you more years to produce one of the best. Again, continue to challenge yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I really
thank you very much. Thank you.
I appreciate your time. Yes. So you just heard from Dr. Mensah Bonsu. He's the gentleman behind all of this. It started as an observation while he was playing tennis at the University of Ghana. Asked a series of questions, and now this is where we are. But you are wondering, 500 schools down to 135 schools. How did we get here? We will briefly talk to the woman also at the center of all of this, Professor Elsie Ifa Kaufman, and then we will see some shots of some schools, their journey right from the regional level all the way to the national, and whether they will impress anyone at all, especially the lady that I'm going to talk to now. Thank you very much, Prof, for doing this with us. We're most grateful.
Thank you.
Prof, how many years? I'm not sure I know. How many years have you been doing this?
Do you want to do a quick calculation?
I want to know whether your career on the stage alone is older than me.
I don't know how old are you. I started on stage in 2006. That means I joined the team the year before in 2005. And the preparation took some time, and then I started in 2006. So have you done the calculation?
Oh, I have. I am years older than that career alone. Great. But Prof, definitely to have you on stage is always a delight. The dexterity that you bring to the program definitely is much welcomed by everyone and sundry. But this year will be the 30th anniversary of the event itself. For you as the quiz mistress, what really are you looking out for to either change or to improve? Or you think that is the best thing to have happened to this event?
We make changes every year. I make personal changes every year. It's not enough to do well one year and then just sit back. We are always looking to improve. And so if you've been following the program, you see that every year we try to get a little better. So my delivery has to be better. 30th anniversary, right? The questions have to be interesting. And that's a major challenge that many people don't realize. If you think about it, if we've been doing this for 30 years and we've been able to keep people engaged, somebody must be working really hard in the background, because the questions have changed, certainly. The syllabus has not changed much. The concepts in science really have not changed. And so to keep people engaged for 30 good years, that's a lot of work. And it's getting harder and harder for the consultant team.
I was just even about asking, use the word. Should we expect the questions to be harder, practical, or easy for the person at home to also answer?
Oh, everybody should be able to answer, depending on your level. Depending on your level. We start gently in the prelims. We see a little bit of an increase in level of difficulty when we get to the 1/8. Quarterfinals, yes, those are very good questions. And then semi-finals usually are the hardest of the questions. That's where you find the most difficult ones. And then we have fun in the finals.
Most definitely.
That system is not changing.
Yeah, great. But talking about the finals and fun, I didn't see you bring your bag to this interview.
Oh, well, you expected a bag. I can find a bag for you if you like.
It's been since 2006. Definitely, you've learned not to take your bag to the stage.
Actually, it was 2017 that brought that scenario that made me learn my lesson. I had become too predictable, and we needed to work on the security on set.
Well, final one before you go. Since 2005, you've been doing this, right? Yeah. Are you looking to retire anytime soon?
Yes, I'm slowly retiring, if you look at it, because I started out doing everything. And then when the numbers ballooned, I remember I think I did 67 contests or 76 contests. That thing nearly killed me. And that's when the new quiz mistresses came on board to help out. Now I only show up at the quarterfinals, and so I'm looking forward to a time where I'm not needed at all.
Is it sooner than we think?
Would you like me to go this year?
No. That's actually beyond my pay grade.
Well, so it's a process.
Mm-hmm. So, Prof, just final one here that we can go to the event. So, in terms of students, I know that you've always been rooting for an all-girls school to show some power at the finals and all of that, but this year, does that remain?
It's the same thing. As long as we haven't had a female school winning, we'll keep aspiring to it. So, of course, this year I'm looking out for the young ladies to put up their A game.
Thank you very much. So, young ladies, please put up your A game. That is Professor Elsie Efa Kaufman, the woman of the moment all the time. This is definitely her season. We are grateful that you can join us here. Let's quickly go to the studio. But before we do that, let's do some acknowledgement of our title sponsors. The 2023 National Science and Maths Quiz is produced by Primetime Limited and sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with GOIL PLC, Good Energy, GOIL Yayendim, and supported by AT, Life is Simple, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Pepsodent, Bettermalt, APSA, Accra College of Medicine, Academic City University College, Coronation Insurance, Garnet, also Cowbell, Belacqua, GTP, YFM. And then also for the coverage on Journeys and Joy Prime, we have Vitamilk, German Ozone Medical Center, Virtual Security Africa, Royal Form Ace Medical Insurance, Chopbox Technologies, we have Syntex Tanks, and then we have Built Financial Technologies, and then finally, Family Health University College. This is just the prelude. Let's go to the main hall here at Nat Hall, right here in Accra, for the launch of the 2023 National Science and Maths Quiz. My name is Michael Ashale.
These are the people. Look at how you are. Right. So, this event has been brought to you by the kind sponsorship of the Ghana Education Service. They are the main sponsor. They are partnered by GOIL, who also sponsor the GOIL Riddle Bonanza and the Super Bonanza. The supporting sponsors are Joy News, official news media sponsor of the National Science and Maths Quiz, Prudential Life Ghana Limited, also sponsor, Airtel Tigo, sponsor of the Highest Scorer Award, Pepsodent, sponsor of the Speed Race, and Absa Bank. Please put your hands together for them. We also have Better Malt, Accra College of Medicine, who are offering a 6-year medical school scholarship. That's mouth-watering. And then we have Academic City College offering a $40,000 undergraduate scholarship. Another round of applause, please. We have Coronation Insurance, Belacqua, Cowbell, Garnet, GTB, and Newmont. Another round of applause. And then the other media partner is YFM. Thank you very much. At this point, I have the distinct pleasure to invite to the podium the Managing Director of Primetime Limited, Nanikua Mensah-Bonsu, to address us. This is the Managing Director, Abe Clapwell. No, it's not good enough.
Thank you, Mr. MC. The Director of Schools and Instructions, representing the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, invited guests from the Ministry of Education, GES, our kind and supportive sponsors, heads of schools, participating teams, special invited guests, our passionate fans watching us from various social media platforms and on television. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to the launch of the 30th anniversary edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz, NSMQ. We thank you all for joining us to celebrate 3 decades of excellence in building a solid, authentically Ghanaian brand. 30 years in the life of any brand, especially a television program, is a huge achievement. But 30 years of running an independent television program anywhere in the world is nothing short of a miracle. The fact that the program has not only survived 30 years and the ebb and tide of life, but is actually thriving and expanding at this time, is a big testament to the relevance of the program's content and to the greatness of the program's vision and impact. Moreover, it is a great testament to the excellence of the program's production and packaging and to the perseverance, tenacity of purpose, and innovativeness of the various teams that manage the program. Today provides us with the opportunity to fondly reflect on the events on the events that have led us to this momentous occasion, the 30th anniversary edition of our beloved NSMQ. Through our incredible team of employees, partners, sponsors, collaborators, suppliers, and fans all over the world, we have been able to continue evolving and growing over the years while staying true to our roots. Marketing the study of mathematics and science to not only students, but to the entire Ghanaian population is no small feat. And we are proud that we have been able to bring everyone's talents and contributions together to keep this program running these past 30 years. We have had some incredible breakthroughs and achieved major milestones throughout our 30-year journey. As this is a celebration of 3 decades, we would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the following schools that have at least once won the National Science and Maths Quiz competition. We start with the top winner. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, Presec, Legon, 7 times winner of the competition, and the reigning champions. Let's see if this year they'll be able to replicate their old record of defending successfully their championship title. Prempeh College, St. Peter's Senior High School, Opokuwari School, Achimota School, Infanspim School, St. Augustine's College, Adisadal College, Ghana Secondary Technical School, St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School, and Pope John Secondary School. So it's arranged in order of the number of wins. 5, 7, 3, 2, 2, 1. It is interesting to note that this 30th anniversary edition will take place in October, the birth month of the NSMQ. This is a coincidence engineered by COVID, but it's an interesting one to have. The recce and balloting for this year's edition of the NSMQ came off in May and was followed by the regional competitions, that's the qualifiers and the championships. The qualifiers came off from June to July and featured nearly 500 participating schools. And then, thanks to GOIL PLC, our new partner sponsor, the NSMQ Regional and Zonal Championship commenced on 30th June and was successfully concluded on 15th July 2023. Congratulations to all the schools that have qualified to participate in the National Championship. We know that you will do well in the competition and that you will do your very best. We also extend a warm welcome to the 7 private schools that are joining the NSMQ this year. We know you will love the experience and that you will become an integral part of the program in subsequent editions. Hearty congratulations to the following schools that emerged the winner in their respective NSMQ regions and zones: Kumasi Anglican SHS, Presec Legon, St. James Seminary SHS, Ghana Secondary Technical GSTS, Adisadal College, Tamale Islamic SHS, Pope John Seminary SHS, and Mawuli School. Please give them a round of applause. Well done. We hope to see more of your excellent performances during the National Championship. And thanks to GOIL's generosity, whichever one of the regional and zonal champions that wins the national champion will earn an extra award called the Good Energy Double Champion Award. Thank you, GOIL. An important part of this celebration is recognizing and appreciating our stakeholders. To all our sponsors, old and new, we are grateful for the unwavering support you have given to us throughout the years. Sincere appreciation goes to our main sponsors, the Ghana Education Service and the Ministry of Education, for all the support you have given us for 3 decades. We are immensely grateful. We give a mighty round of applause to our sole or main sponsors over the years. Unilever Ghana Limited for bringing the NSMQ to life as Brilliant Science and Maths Quiz, and for coming back as a supporting sponsor of the 30th anniversary edition. So I'm sure you heard the Pepsodent Speed Race. Unilever is back, and we are grateful for your support. I'm sure you see how well the Brilliant and the Brilla went together and still go together, because the students still call it Brilla in their schools without even knowing why it's called Brilla. So maybe the Speed Race will become Pepsodent or Pep or something. So we also say a big thank you to Guinness Ghana Breweries, Get Fund, the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools, CHAS, for standing in the gap for us in times of great need and keeping the torch blazing. These were the main sponsors we've had over the years who have stood in for us when things have not gone too well. We cannot forget to thank the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, for his support to the program through the Free SHS Secretariat of the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Service, as well as his personal invitations to congratulate the NSMQ champions at the Jubilee House since 2017. We give a big round of applause to our long-time corporate sponsors, GOIL PLC, Joy News, Absa Bank, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Airtel Tigo, Academic City University College, Accra College of Medicine, GTP, Newmont Ghana, and YFM, who have been on the program for several years now. Thank you so much for your long-standing commitment to the NSMQ and to Prime Time. Please give them a round of applause. A warm welcome and thank you to this year's new crop of supporting corporate sponsors. Beta Malt from Accra Breweries, Coronation Insurance Ghana, Ghanaian Academic and Research Network Garnet, Cowbell from Pharmacidor, and Bell Aqua Beverages Limited. Thank you to every corporate entity that has supported us in any way over our 30-year journey. We are grateful for your care and support. We say a big ayiko to our non-corporate sponsors, the Banfo family, Messrs. Bubune, Adi, and Eugene for the example you have shown instituting awards for the students, which has encouraged a new individual, Ms. Jacqueline Dubafo, to also institute an award in the name of the Elsie Ifa Kaufman Foundation this year. So we have another individual award. And it's because individuals did not think that you had to be a corporate entity with big money to contribute. They contributed personally, and this trend is growing. We are grateful. Special mention goes to the Otumfuo Osei Tutu II Foundation for the scholarship scheme, which was instituted last year. And the beneficiary of that was a student from Asen State College. We are grateful for that. We applaud the heads of all schools that have participated in the NSMQ and the teachers and coordinators for their tremendous contribution to the program, preparing the students for the competition year after year. We know that you put in a lot and you make a lot of sacrifices. Well done. Congratulations, and Ayiko, to the Primetime team. Where are you? The team of consultants and quiz mistresses and all crew members on the NSMQ. We have all been working very hard these many months in preparation for NSMQ 2023, and we will deliver. To our ardent fans, thank you for the love and passion you show for the NSMQ and the keen interest you show in its development. We appreciate the feedback you provide us with, which helps us improve on the program each year. We thank each and every one of you for your massive support. While we celebrate our triumphs over the past 30 years, we acknowledge the many difficulties we have had, which have mostly been financial. Successfully running a competition the size and scope of the NSMQ is no mean feat and requires immense logistic and financial support. We have shown that even almighty COVID-19 could not stop us. However, financial distress would certainly undo the great work that we have done these past 3 decades. There are still many opportunities ahead, and we are confident that if we apply the same dedication, devotion, and commitment to the cause, that we have had over the past 30 years, the NSMQ will continue to grow and succeed. We wish all participating teams the very best as they prepare to display their quick thinking skills, knowledge, and brilliance on the NSMQ stage for the honor of their schools. May the worthy be victorious. Thank you.
You see, this kind of epileptic applause, I don't like. All right, you just heard the Managing Director of Primetime, Anikia Mensah-Bonsu. I'd like to inform you that the program is live on Joy News and on social media handles Facebook and YouTube at NSMQ Ghana. So you can log on live or tell your friends about it. Before I tell you about the prizes for this year's event, the mouth-watering ones, I have the distinct pleasure to acknowledge the presence of a woman who is described as an authority in criminal law in Ghana, the Venerable Professor Justice Mrs. Henrietta Mensah Bonsu. Give her a round of applause, please. All right, every participant of the NSMQ is likely to win one prize or another at the stage of the competition, and whether they win their contest or not, they still get something. This is to ensure that all the participating schools walk away with something, regardless of whenever they exit the competition. These are the main prizes for the 2023 National Championship. The ultimate winners get a total cash prize of 70,000 Ghana cedis. I thought you would clap for that. All right, so the Ghana Education Service would give 30,000 Ghana cedis to the school, 20,000 Ghana cedis to the team of contestants, and that's the special award for excellence sponsored by GOIL. Thank you. And then 20,000 Ghana cedis to the team of teachers. That's a special award for excellence, also sponsored by GOIL. The team will also be presented with custom-made trophies and 7 gold medals for the 3 contestants and 4 subject teachers. That's biology, chemistry, physics, and maths. The second place school gets a total cash prize of 50,000 Ghana cedis. The breakdown is as follows. It's sponsored by the GES. The school gets 20,000. The team of contestants gets 15,000, and 15,000 cedis to the team of teachers. And that's also, both are sponsored by GOIL. A team will also be presented with 7 silver medals for the 3 contestants and 4 subject teachers, biology, chemistry, physics, and maths in that order. The third place school gets 35,000 Ghana cedis. That is 15,000 to the school, sponsored by GES, 10,000 Ghana cedis to the team of contestants, 10,000 Ghana cedis to the team of teachers, both sponsored by GOIL, and those are special awards for excellence. The team would also be presented with 7 bronze medals for the 3 contestants and the 4 subject teachers. All the schools that make it to the semi-final will receive a prize package of 8,000 Ghana cedis sponsored by GOIL. And it's to be shared as follows. The school gets 3,000, the contestants get 2,500, and the teachers get 2,500. When Nanikia was talking, she made allusions to some special awards. We have the Dr. Kweku Mensah Bonsu Award for the most impressive run. And this is a cash prize of 7,000 Ghana cedis. And it will go to a less endowed school that goes farthest or causes the biggest upset or is able to reach the quarter-final round at the very least of the competition. The aim of the award is to encourage the less endowed schools to excel at the competition. I thought you would clap for. He's right here. The next award is the Jacob and Elizabeth Banfo Memorial Award for the most impressive run. And this is instituted by the Banfo family in memory of their parents who were teachers. And it aims to reward the teachers of the team from the less endowed school that wins the award for the most impressive run. This is a cash prize of 10,000 Ghana cedis. They deserve a round of applause, please. And then we have the Professor Henrietta Mensah Bonsu Award for Most Outstanding Female Contestant. A cash prize of 5,000 Ghana cedis will be up for grabs by a female contestant deemed excellent at the end of the 2023 NSMQ edition. Please, a round of applause. Thank you very much, Mom. We have the Professor Marian Irama Adi Award for the Best Team. This award was instituted in 2015 by Mr. Bubune Adi, a contestant of the Infantsipim 99 team, winners of NSMQ 1999, to encourage teamwork among the contestants. This award is worth 5,000 Ghana cedis and will go to the best team. Then we have the Newmont Ghana Award for the best performing girls' school. It's very biased. That's why boys' schools. All right, this is a cash award of 20,000 Ghana cedis to the best performing girls' school in the competition. Then we have the Good Energy Double Champion Award, which is a new one sponsored by GOIL. And since the inception of the regional championship in 2019, a number of schools have won the regional championship and also the national championship in the same year. That's double champions. And in the mind of GOIL, it's an extraordinary feat that deserves some recognition. And the schools that have attained this feat so far are St. Augustine's College, Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, Prempeh College, and Prempeh College, among others. Hence, this award is instituted this year to reward any of the 8 regional or zonal champions who will win the national championship this same year. It is worth 5,000 Ghana cedis. I also have the LC Ifa Kaufman Top Runner Award, which is also a new category. And it goes for top runners from the regional qualifiers, as well as from the preliminary stage, who have gone over and beyond to prove that everyone deserves a second chance. In 2022, Osei Chiretue SHS joined the national championship as a top runner and got seeded for the first time. Asin State College lost their primary stage contest to St. James Seminary SHS with 40 points. However, Asin progressed to the 1/8 as a top runner. They won their 1/8 contest to be seeded for the first time. At the quarterfinal stage, they met Adisadel College. Unfortunately, they lost to them by 2 points. This award, instituted by Miss Jacqueline Dubafor to honor Professor Elsie Kaufman, seeks to reward the remarkable feat of such top runners. This year, any top runner who advances to the farthest in the competition will receive a total cash prize of 12,000 Ghana cedis. Please put your hands together. Other prizes include the Prudential Life NSMQ Star. And this was introduced in 2019 to reward teams that achieve the perfect score of 10 in the 3rd round of the competition. That is a problem of the day. The value of the star increases as the competition progresses through the various stages. This is how it works. Preliminary stage, 1 star, 2,000 Ghana cedis to the team. 1/8, 1 star, 2,400 Ghana cedis to the team. Quarterfinal, 2,800. Semi-final, 3,400. Grand final, 4,000 Ghana cedis. When a school gets 3 perfect scores, which translate into 3 stars, the team will get 1,500 Ghana cedis in addition to the prize worth of the NSMQ star at that stage of the competition. This would also apply to the 4th and 5th stars. Please put your hands together. There's a lot of money here. The Airtel Tigo Highest Scorer Award was introduced in 2020 to reward the school with the highest score among all winning schools on each competition day. These are the prizes at the various stages of the competition. Preliminary stage, 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1/8 stage, 2,000 Ghana cedis. Quarterfinal stage, 3,000. Semi-final stage, 5,000. And final stage, 10,000 Ghana cedis. We also have the Gore Riddle Bonanza. That rewards a school that answers 3 or 4 riddles correctly, with the prizes increasing at each stage of the competition. And is broken down as follows. Preliminary stage, 3 correct riddles, 800 Ghana cedis. All 4 correct riddles, 1,200. 1/8 stage, 3 correct riddles, 1,200. And all 4 correct riddles, 1,600. There's also the addition of the Gore Super Bonanza. And this is an upgrade of the Gore Riddle Bonanza. At the preliminary and 1/8 stages, schools are rewarded for answering 3 or 4 riddles correctly. And 1 correct riddle will attract 500 Ghana cedis. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,600. 4, 2,000. At the semi-final stage, 600, 1,200, 2,000, and 2,400 Ghana cedis. At the grand final, 1 correct riddle, 1,000 Ghana cedis. 2, 2,000. 3, 3,200. And 4 will attract 4,000 Ghana cedis. And then we have the Pepsodent Speed Race. And it is powered by Pepsodent from Unilever Ghana Limited, who are the inaugural sponsor of the National Science and Maths Quiz. They have rekindled the enduring spirit of Brela with the speed race, and under this initiative, all winning schools will receive souvenirs from Pepsodent. There are also academic scholarships, and these will be available for all the contestants of the 2022 edition of the championship. We have Accra College of Medicine that will offer a full medical scholarship worth 75,000 Ghana cedis for all 6 years of study to any member of the 9 teams that will compete at the semi-final stage of the competition. Please put your hands together for that. I want just 10% of the money. Academic City College would offer any member of the 9 teams that compete at the semi-final stage of the competition a scholarship package worth a total of 40,000 Ghana cedis to read any of its $40,000, to read any of its engineering courses. And the package will cover tuition, feeding, accommodation, laptop, monthly allowance, and transportation to and from the house to campus for 2 years. Another round of applause, please. So these are the prizes for this year's competition. And at this point, if you are a parent here, you should start encouraging your children to become science students so that they can win the money, so that we'll go to Jacobu and set up microfinance. Thank you very much. At this point, I'd like to invite the the representative of the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, Mr. Prince Ajimandria, to give us an address. Please give him a round of applause.
Thank you. The Executive Director, Prime Time, defending champions, participating schools, our dear teachers, our friends from the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. Good afternoon. I bring you the best wishes and congratulations from the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, Dr. Eric Nkansa. The Director General is excited about the launch and was preparing to join us this afternoon until yesterday when he had to accept an invitation to another equally important national assignment. Hence, his inability to join us today. I'm therefore honored to read his address on his behalf. It gives me great pleasure to stand before you today for the launch of the 30th anniversary edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz, the country's most followed annual science and maths competition for the senior high schools across the country. This quiz does not only support our effort to encourage the study of science, it also creates a harmonized platform for all senior high schools to compete favorably among themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, as we mark the 30th edition of this very important quiz, permit me to applaud Prime Time for starting and sustaining this quiz for 3 decades. Special commendation also goes to the past and current sponsors, participating schools, and all winners of this prestigious national tournament. Congratulations. As we all know, the world is in the 4th industrial revolution, an era that prioritizes technologies including artificial intelligence, AI, robotics, 3D and 4D printing, coding, nanotechnology, Internet of Things, and many more. Hence, one of the key priority areas of government in education now is to equip our learners with the 21st century skills required to participate fully in the 4th industrial revolution. This has necessitated the implementation of key programs and policies to promote the study of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, otherwise known as STEM, right from the basic through to the senior high school. For the purpose of this launch, permit me to share just a few of these programs with you. The Ghana Education Service has taken over and operationalized 5 out of the 10 specially built STEM senior high schools. And these STEM schools include the Abomosu STEM, Bosomtwe Girls, Bosomtwe STEM, Awaso, and Pasempe STEM. Each of these schools is equipped with 12 laboratories and fitted with Promethean boards, which provides a secure and conducive learning environment to STEM education. To our dear students and parents, I hope you encourage your younger siblings and children who desire to study STEM to choose these specially built STEM schools during the school placement exercise that is currently going on across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, to help Ghana to prepare our workforce to meet the future demand for skilled STEM workers and enhance our economic prosperity, government has introduced the pre-engineering program for non-science senior high school graduates who desire to pursue engineering at the tertiary level. This one-year program adds up to the continuous efforts of this government of leapfrog and deliver 21st century education. The pre-engineering program is being piloted by the UMaT and the Pentecost universities respectively. I want to specially encourage my dear non-science students here to consider this pathway. If you wish to train to become an engineer after you complete the senior high school, there is that pathway for you to follow. Ladies and gentlemen, all these programs and policies are guiding our actions in increasing the number of students choosing STEM subjects and those progressing to choosing careers in STEM, and ultimately create a critical mass of skilled and competent workforce armed with critical thinking, creativity, innovative, problem-solving, and communication skills to drive our socio-economic transformation. On behalf of the Ghana Education Service, I would like to take this opportunity to express my deep appreciation and gratitude to Prime Time and all sponsors for complementing our efforts through this important national science and maths quiz. Since its inception 30 years ago, the National Science and Maths Quiz has whipped up the love for the study of science and maths and fostered a healthy competition among senior high schools. It is my hope, therefore, that the National Science and Maths Quiz will continue to serve as a platform for innovation, collaboration, and continuous learning. As I bring my message to a close on behalf of the management of the Ghana Education Service, I wish to emphasize our deepest appreciation once again to Prime Time, the various sponsors, and all participating schools for your invaluable contribution to our educational system. Your commitment to the mandate of GES is training creative and innovative leaders and sharpen our nation's future, and we celebrate you all. Once again, I bring you the best wishes from the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, Dr. Eric Nkansa, and I promise to convey all messages to him when I get back to the office. I thank you all for your attention.
And thank you for standing in his legs. Please give him a round of applause. I omitted to mention one prize, and it's coming from Coronation Insurance. And it's an insurance cover worth 25,000 Ghana cedis to each of the 3 contestants with the following distribution: 3-month cover for schools that exit at the quarterfinal, 6-month cover for schools that exit at the semi-final, 6-month cover for first and second runner-up, 1-year cover for NSMQ champions. And this is coming from Coronation Insurance. Please give them a round of applause. I want the Achimota School Choir to get ready to give us a song. You have 5 minutes while I tell you about my personal quiz, which is the National Arts Quiz, since I'm an art student. The prize is 5,000 Ghana cedis for who get the question correct after I pose it. Now, when Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was at the Old Polo Grounds sharing, "This country is free forever," somebody sneezed. What was the name of the person? Mention it and get 5,000 Ghana cedis. At this point, Achimota School, please give us a song. Give them a round of applause as they get ready to serenade us. Thank you very much indeed, Achimota School Choir. At this point, I'd like to invite Mr. Robert Chue, PR Manager of GAL, who are our headline sponsor, to give us an address. Oh, give him a round of applause.
Thank you very, very much.
the founder and chairman of Primetime Limited, Dr. Kwaku Mensah Bonsu, the managing director of Primetime Limited, Nana Akuya Mensah Bonsu, the director of schools and instructions of the Ghana Education Service, Mr. Prince Charles Agyemangua, our invited guests, quiz mistresses, schools, the media, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. I bring you warm tidings from our managing director, Mr. Kwame Osei-Prempeh, who would have loved to be here, but at the last minute was taken up by a different and equally more important assignment. So I will read a short message from him. Our good message is in the brochure that we have. So, Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am greatly honored to be part of the launch of this year's National Science and Maths Quiz. At GOIL, we are excited because our excitement stems from the fact that after 6 consecutive years as major sponsors, we are taking our participation a notch further. We have taken up the responsibility as headline partners for the next 3 years. Mr. Chairman, as the biggest indigenous oil marketing entity, GOIL PLC believes that the study of science and math can offer brighter opportunities for students to fuel their curiosity and come out with practical solutions to the many developmental challenges facing our dear country. Indeed, we are thrilled that over the last 30 years, the organizers Primetime Limited has consistently promoted the program to help talented students realize these opportunities. And we at GOIL, we admire them for their resilience and their tenacity over all these years to be able to come out of this lauded book program despite the adverse conditions presented by COVID and others. Aiko. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, GOIL has, over the last 6 years, supported the NSMQ in line with our corporate social intervention strategy of opening up educational possibilities for all. Our aim has and will continue to be supporting quality, equitable, and inclusive education while ensuring the promotion of lifelong learning opportunities for all schools in Ghana, in line with the UN Sustainable Development Goal 4. This strategy feeds into our overall arching corporate sustainability strategy of supporting health and sanitation, as well as the provision of water. All these programs anchored on SDG Goal 3 and 6 respectively. Mr. Chairman, let me assure you that GOIL is taking this new partnership seriously as part of efforts to contribute to the unearthing and nurturing of young scientific minds and to promote STEM education. As a proud and indigenous oil marketing entity, our step this year is also a demonstration of our commitment as a responsible oil marketing entity that champions the development of critical human capital needed for the growth of the country. While we promise this year to roll out exciting initiatives to make this year's competition more exciting, we will count on the public to continue supporting GOIL's drive towards innovation and quality as exemplified in our products and services that we offer. At the end of the contest, we are hopeful that the competition will help promote inclusivity that takes account of less endowed schools. And I'm happy to know that over the years, some of the so-called schools who were described as less endowed and minnows have been able to cause wonders, and this year we want the ground to shake the same way. And at the end of the day, we want to promote generally the study of science to promote sustainable development. And I'm sure the public, by and large, is expecting the thrills, the cheers, and the trolls from the schools and from the old schools who are associated keenly with the competition. Mr. Chairman, God wishes all qualified schools well, and may the best and well-prepared win. I thank you all.
You see, GOIL is a sponsor of the event. Their rep just delivered a message. Look at how you are clapping. Is it good? Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, for that address. At this point, we'd like to go for a montage on National Science and Maths Quiz at 30. Video montage. So, regardez. Thank you.
The NSMQ has reached its 30th anniversary, and with a resounding hooray, we celebrate this remarkable milestone. The sheer joy it brings is beyond measure, a testament to the dedicated minds that have made this journey possible. In the words of Confucius, who wisely remarked, "A gemstone is not polished without rubbing, nor is a man perfected without trials," we discover a profound reflection of the path trodden by the National Science and Maths Quiz. This STEM-based intersecondary school competition has not only weathered the test of time, but has also solidified its position as the cornerstone of STEM education and scholarship in Ghana. This initiative aimed to go beyond the boundaries of the typical high school science, embracing a wider range of scientific exploration. In October 1993, this extraordinary journey commenced, marking 3 decades of unwavering dedication to advancing the study of sciences and mathematics. Today, we proudly bear witness to the enduring legacy of the National Science and Maths Quiz, an institution that has not only withstood the test of time, but has also nurtured generations of inquisitive minds, innovators, and problem solvers. Thanks to the ingenious sponsorship of Liver Brothers, now Unilever, and their brilliant soap, the brilliant National Science and Maths Quiz, originally named, took off with high hopes. With support from notable corporations like Amstel Malta, now Guinness Ghana Breweries Limited, Get Fund, and the Ghana Education Service, the program continued to shine, drawing attention and shedding light on STEM education in Ghana. However, during its lowest points in 2010 and 2011, lack of sponsorship led to the program's suspension. Nonetheless, the significant impact it had on science education spurred mounting pressure from fans and even school heads, resulting in its revival in 2012 through the Ghana Education Service and the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. Since then, the program has garnered ample support from Corporate Ghana, solidifying its position as the country's premier independently owned television program. This achievement was further affirmed with the CIMG Award in 2017 and multiple AAG awards in various categories since 2019. Over the years, the National Science and Maths Quiz has made a substantial contribution to the promotion of STEM education in Ghana. Unlike any other program, the NSMQ has fostered a strong bond between schools and their alumni associations. This enduring connection has played a pivotal role in the physical growth and development of STEM education in secondary schools throughout Ghana. In truth, most of the schools that have excelled in the competition have demonstrated a deliberate commitment to advancing STEM education in their schools.
In Sutamai and Aguna, they are not our class. That's why today we gave them that we are the Buffalo City Kings here.
For instance, consider the case of the 2019 champions, St. Augustine's College. They have established a dedicated state-of-the-art NSMQ center, specifically designed for the teaching and learning of science and for the rigorous preparation of NSMQ teams. Furthermore, the remarkable achievements of Presbyterian Boys Secondary School in the NSMQ can be attributed to continuous investments, particularly by the Odadie fraternity, in the field of STEM education. Evidently, this commitment is reflected in the provision of an ultra-modern ICT lab by the Alumni Association, with several ongoing developments being undertaken for the school. Nonetheless, it is noteworthy that all schools and alumni associations have recognized the transformative power of contributing to the development of science infrastructure in their respective institutions. This collective effort not only supports the growth of STEM education, but also alleviates the burden on the government in this endeavor. In the coming years, we can anticipate a shift in the landscape of the NSMQ as new schools that have initiated investments in science education in Ghana will emerge to carry the torch of academic excellence and proudly claim their place in the spotlight.
We are not going to rest on our horse. We are going to continuously work hard so that we continue to lift up the image of Tamale School.
The influence of the NSMQ transcends mere words and calls for insights from those who have played pivotal roles in its remarkable journey over the past 3 decades. We must begin with the visionary, Dr. Kweku Mensah Bonsu, the founder of the NSMQ and chairman of Primetime Limited. His profound insights into the genesis of this unprecedented genius, the NSMQ, are invaluable.
That was in about April 1993. And I'd gone to play tennis at Legon Tennis Club. Then I saw these birds, pigeons, jumping up and down on the electric wire, live wire. So as I parked my car, I watched them, and I was wondering, how come that they can jump on the wires and I can't hold a live wire? So with that, I entered the court, and we had an animal scientist, Dr. Ebenezer Kweku Awotwe, later to be Professor Kweku Awotwe. So I asked him, and then he said, all kinds of, he explained, talking about insulation and all that. So I told him, look, I've sent proposals to then Lever Brothers, later to be Unilever, and about doing a science and math quiz. If they give me positive response, I'll let you, as the scientists, design the program for me. So that is how it started. My aim, the first one was to promote a healthy academic rivalry between schools, because really, apart from the inter-course sports, there was no way students could meet and challenge themselves. But even then, I thought there should be something academic for them to compete on. The second one was to demystify the study of science and mathematics in secondary schools for our students, so that students could go in and then read science, offer science and mathematics. Then also help get the old students involved in their schools, because once they start keeping an interest or taking an interest in the program, they look out for their schools. Over the years, we've used mainly women, and that is one other thing, to tell the girls that science and maths is not the prerogative of boys. That it's not only boys who should study science and maths or who can study science and mathematics.
After hearing from Dr. Kweku Mensah Bonsu, we shift our focus to the dedicated leadership within Primetime Limited, led by Ms. Nanekua Mensah Bonsu.
We have tried to stay true to showing science as an everyday part of our lives, which is one of our objectives. And so you realize that from time to time you have questions, especially at the finals, you have questions that ask about daily, normal life things. I remember that in 2021, there was a question on palm oil and why palm oil was red. Palm oil is used in almost every home in Ghana, and that is why we emphasize the everydayness of the National Science and Maths Quiz and its relevance to non-science people, developing a quick thinking and probing mind in the students. They are not allowed to use calculators, which means that they have to learn shortcuts and learn complex theorems or formulae to be able to answer the question. We have many years and years of anecdotes of NSMQ students not only acing their final exams, but actually finishing way ahead of their class during the exams, because what would be a Section B question requiring you to take out not less than 3 minutes of your time to work out, they are working in 10 seconds. And so we've been able to teach a lot of students how to work quickly and think quickly. The quiz is designed such that it elicits that kind of attitude and approach. If you look at the riddles, for example, you have to think far and wide. You also have to understand what the English language is saying to you. It's not just about knowing the scientific concept, it's about understanding what it is so that when you are given the clues around it, you'll be able to guess immediately what they are saying. I consider very rewarding when we are done with the quiz and we see the reactions of people, the contestants themselves, when we hear some of the stories of the backgrounds of the contestants and where they are now because of the program, scholarships that they have accessed because of the program, or the ones that we give out, because we have some partnerships. We have Accra College of Medicine and Academic City University College giving out scholarships to students to study at their institutions. Last year, the Otumfuo Osei Tutu II Foundation, Education Foundation, gave a scholarship to one of the contestants who would study any of the STEM-related courses at KUniversity, and a student from Asin State College won it. My team and I were in Keta to mourn with Keta Senior High School and the families of James Lutrot, who was a finalist from Keta Senior High School on the 2021 edition. It was just amazing that we were all there because of NSMQ. Even more amazing was to see that Prempeh College and Presec, the schools that participated in the finals with Keta Senior High School, sent reps to mourn with the school. It's just amazing. It's just amazing to see. The NSMQ is 30 years old. That is a really long time for an independent production to run anywhere in this world. A really, really long time. And we are grateful to God for His mercies. It's not just about the funding, but the moral support. When you have the President of the country congratulating us, or congratulating the winners of the competition, I don't think you can get a better endorsement than that.
they are winning ended in tears. A lot of people have said they are winning and always ended in tears. You are also saying you are winning. Is it not going to end in tears?
Oh, that is St. Augustine's and this is Konongo Dumasi Senior High School. We are two different entities or societies. This is the only university in Asante Achem. Yes. St. Augustine is not a university, but Konongo Dumasi Senior High School is a university.
Next, we pay our respects to the late Professor Mariam Irama Adi, a trailblazer and Ghana's first female full professor of natural science. She was the illustrious inaugural quiz mistress of the program, and her legacy continues to inspire. Moving on, we recognize the outstanding contributions of Dr. Eureka Emefa Adomako, who served as the quiz mistress from 2001 to 2005. Her dedication played a pivotal role in upholding the NSMQ's vitality over these 3 decades. Finally, we turn to the capable leadership of Professor Elsie Effa Kaufman, whose unwavering commitment has provided stability during the program's highs and lows.
The first interaction with the program really was to go see a recording. At the time, the recording was being done at Achimota School. I remember driving to Achimota School, meeting up with Eureka. Eureka was quiz mistress at the time. I watched one contest, and afterwards I followed her to where she was getting some rest and changing over for the next contest. We had a brief chat. She told me what the program was about and what she was doing. And I drove back to campus, University of Ghana campus. And by that time, I had decided I would try. So I remember Mr. Mensah Bonsu brought some questions for me to read. And he told me, oh, the way I was reading, it was as if I was reading for the Achimota students, because I was reading way too fast. And I had to slow down and look in the camera and all of those things. I had never been on camera, really, so I didn't know what I was doing. So that's how it all started. This was in 2005. But I started working with the team then. And then later in 2006, that's when I got the chance to be on stage for the very first time, the first contest. It's been an interesting experience. It's now 17 years. My goodness, that's a long time. In the 17 years, I have seen changes in the program. We changed format a couple of times. We have become much more, we've had to become much more streamlined. In the early days, it was more of a game, it was a fun thing, people were just going about their business, you know, and the model was completely different. Now it's so competitive. Everything has to be done just so that nobody gets offended. It has changed. It's always a good thing to be associated with the program, to show up on stage and to see these young people doing their thing. That has always been very rewarding for me. For the students themselves, this is an amazing opportunity to showcase what you have. It's not the end of the world. See it as a stepping stone to bigger and better things. You know, after senior high school, life goes on. So think beyond the competition. Don't make it all about competing and whether you won or lost and how that's the end of the world. I speak to young people who sometimes are affected negatively by what happens on the program. Please, see it as a stepping stone. It's a great opportunity to represent your school, a great opportunity to showcase your talents, but life does go on. And you can do bigger and better things beyond the competition. Make friends, have fun, if you can. Yes, that's what I have to say to all of them. As an index, Joseph.
Exponential function.
You're right.
The NSMQ brings joy through the realization of dreams for children from underserved communities. Indeed, some students select specific schools during the school selection process based on the school's performance in the NSMQ. Who can forget the intense emotions and thrilling experiences of the West Africa Senior High School NSMQ team in 2018? The erudite duo, Sahene Aku and Abdul Hamid Tadi, captured the hearts of fans nationwide as they guided WAS to their very first NSMQ final.
Yes, Abdul.
Police exclusion principle.
You are right.
Since their remarkable NSMQ journey, the dynamic pair has earned scholarships and achieved significant milestones in their lives.
And I'm grateful for what NSMQ has done for me and the platform it has put me on and the people it has exposed me to. So we went to the finals. It was a very memorable experience for me because it put me on the platform that the world could witness my skill and then reward me appropriately for my skill.
I also remember very well the final contest, viewing the crowd, cheering and chanting in the National Theatre. It was a very captivating moment from the stage. And those are really great memories that I can still remember looking back at 2018. After I finished the competition, I got a scholarship, $40,000 scholarship to study at Academic City College. The scholarship was a very lucrative package. It included healthcare, food, accommodation, tuition, and everything, right? And I don't think this would have been possible if, no matter how smart I am and no matter how good I was with my maths, my science, my physics, I wouldn't have been able to achieve it if not for NSMQ putting me on the platform that Academic City could view my skills. I've learned a lot of lessons through the NSMQ, and one of them is my critical thinking and analytical skills. And this one thing that has been honed a lot because of the experience I have with the NSMQ. And through the NSMQ, I've been able to abreast myself with quick thinking skills.
NSMQ, one thing it did was I had to show that the responsibility of me writing my exams, my WASSCE and passing, and at the same time also preparing for the quiz. So being able to do all of these things at the same time gives you a form of work ethic that anywhere you go you can fit in because you are working at a very high performance level, right? It also teaches you the capacity to absorb a lot of information in a very short period of time. Those of you, the ones who are currently preparing, put in the work that's required. NSMQ will really pay off for you.
In the 2017 National Championship, Tamale Senior High School captured the hearts of Ghanaians with an impressive performance. Although the team narrowly missed out on qualifying for the semi-finals, their journey left a lasting impact.
Johannes Kepler. Yes.
Today, Zuwaira Baba Mohammed has emerged as a driven and accomplished medical student, distinguishing herself through academic excellence and a deep commitment to positively influencing her community. Currently enrolled in a bachelor's program in medicine and surgery at the University of Cape Coast. Living the spotlight at the 30th anniversary competition, the National Science and Maths Quiz 2023 promises to be even more thrilling and adventurous, featuring new additions such as the inclusion of private schools.
8 centimeters.
Yes.
Will the Presecans continue to dominate, or will the mantle of glory be passed on to another school? To all those involved in this transformative endeavor, we extend our heartfelt ayiko, Ghana Damwase. The battle lines are drawn, and behold, esteemed audience, the National Science and Maths Quiz 2023.
Shagam.
Yes.
At this point, I'm going to break protocol and ask all of you, except those we've seen on the television, to stand up and let's give Mr. Mensah Bonsu a standing ovation and a round of applause for this fantastic initiative. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much. You may resume your seats now. Thank you. Oh, I didn't expect Prof to also stand up because she and KMB, they be twins, but it's all right. We will take them like that. My favorite memory was when I saw somebody from a Luvzin school holding up a placard saying NSMQ area self-FD. I freaked out. Okay, so we'll be taking a message from the other sponsors. But before that, my second quiz for the National Arts quiz. Why is it that you cannot sneeze with your eyes open? If you know the answer, get close and I'll give you money. No, check if you can sneeze with your eyes open. It's not possible. You lie. All right, we'll proceed. And so before that, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Atul Naren Singh, Chief Marketing Officer, AT, one of our sponsors for tonight. You're welcome, sir. You're very lucky we are in Ghana. Like in Nigeria, they will kidnap you. They say you be white man. All right, can we take a message from the representative of AT in the gathering? AT, representative of AT. Okay, Mr. Singh will address us, please. Oh, give him a round of applause. Sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to the quiz mistress, the masters, all the dignitaries present here, the heads of various schools, the teachers, the contestants, ladies and gentlemen, and all the other guests. It is with immense pleasure that I stand before you here today as we celebrate the launch of the 30th anniversary, 3 decades, of the National Science and Maths Quiz. This remarkable event has consistently brought together individuals of all ages, young and old like me, uniting the past and the present students from all the various participating schools to cheer on their institutions. You know, I see people gathering around in our office every time we have NSMQ. They form groups, they kind of rebuke each other. I think it's a great fun. I'm an Indian. I used to think, therefore, naturally I'm good at maths until I saw the first episode. And then I remember the teacher, the quiz mistress, life goes on. So yeah, thank you. So AT, as an organization deeply committed to promoting STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics education, we are honored to be associated with this prestigious program as the sponsors of the AT Highest Scorer Award for the 4th consecutive year. At AT, formerly ATL Tigo, we firmly believe that this quiz serves as a beacon of inspiration for students and people like me, motivating them to pursue STEM courses and develop a profound interest in these crucial subject areas. Another positive aspect of this quiz is the capacity to nurture a sense of healthy competition, healthy and not so healthy competition among schools, as evidenced by the interactions of the light-hearted and sometimes not so light-hearted banter observed online and in places like AT. In an era where the world is advancing at an astonishing pace, so on one side the world is advancing at an astonishing pace, on the other side the world is also getting distance from each other at an astonishing pace. This program brings people together. The foundation of one of the most today's innovations is firmly rooted in the realms of science. This competition is merely not about winning, and it is therefore about celebrating the pursuit of knowledge and the spirit of discovery. We understand the incredible amount of dedication and preparation that goes into representing your schools in this prestigious competition and a tough competition. I'm making some additions in the speech. To the tireless teachers who have imparted knowledge and the students who have endured sleepless nights in anticipation of this event, your efforts will not go unnoticed or unrewarded at all. You're very, very welcome to come and join hands with 80. As the competition unfolds, let us remember that every participant here is a symbol of potential that resides within the youth. You're the future scientists, engineers, innovators, and what not, who will not only shape Ghana, but the world as a whole. So I therefore embrace this opportunity to showcase your talent and dedication to the STEM field. Thank you so much. On behalf of 80, I would rather offer my best wishes to all the competing schools and the management of NSMQ and everybody else. May the best may the best student and the school emerge victorious. Thank you so much.
I do not like the way you people are applauding. My name is Henry Agbai. I'm from Dubai, and I'm here to speak to you all. We'll continue with the program. Before that, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Yao Adumboating, who is the Managing Director, Coronation Insurance, one of our sponsors for the event. Thank you very much, sir. You're welcome. At this point, I'd like to bring to the podium a consummate poet. I have had the distinct pleasure of watching him perform, and he featured on a song that was recorded by a gospel artist, and I listen to it every now and then. He's just very good at what he does, and he's here to regale us with a poem. Please welcome Nana Asase with a round of applause.
King's horses, and all the king's men couldn't put Babangida together again. No calculators, no pens, no papers. Let us have a simple mental exercise. And then you can tell me that art is not the consummate embodiment of science and all its concomitant offshoots. And the writer King receives communion wine from the calabash. I did not come to pour libation. When I was a child, growing up was a dream. And growing up, I call it harsh reality. But you realize that the things that are timeless are things we cannot do so much about, and so our elders say that when you climb a good tree, we lend you a push. When a soul has stepped 1 and 2, all the way up to 10, we say he has crossed 1 river of life, leaving 6 more to cross, because even amongst us, mathematically, we believe that a soul has 7 to complete all of life's existence. No calculators, no pens, no papers. Let's get into the rudiments of science, technology, through the realm of tradition, and then we will learn to appreciate the people who need to be appreciated, for the burdens of a great vision weigh the shoulders of the mind. When a man has done something for 3 days, it begins to weave itself into his nature. And then 3 years, multiply that by 9. How many do we have? And so after 27 years, it is believed that it is inherent in his nature. At that point, it leaves him just 3 more days, years, months, years actually, to hit the 3rd river of life. And so when a man has crossed 3, he's almost at 4. That point or the junction of completing all of life's experiences. You see, my words are heavy. It is true. You might agree. But obviously I am so young. I simply bear in my body the wisdom gathered from trademarks like this. Our elders say a man can only be as true as his mother tongue. In Timpenese Oba Obecheno, Yamoni Sumain, a child who will live long needs no charm. Ago. I saw 4 crows fly into the distance. I had beautiful, groundbreaking ideas that have shaken the world stage in art. And so, somebody once decided, let's go play tennis. He saw birds standing on a wire. Simple question. He told us they were doves. Pigeons, maybe. Where did they come from? How old were they? These are things we do not have control over. What we have control over is how one man goes into the forest, meets the elephant, hits the elephant with his head, drags it to the center so that everybody has a share of that meat. After we have eaten, our eyes are open. Me patch the same. Upa bofrada chienhwa. Eya hwe nejan metifi. If is empanimfo, obako foku hia sunu okrutia. E de na pampe mu pem no twe ne betu okru mfimfin. Obi e twa so no, enya bi weye mene ya yesi ye hunu nyansa ye ne bi. Dreams are the preserve of the chosen. And so I dare say that sleep is not for the weak. All men sleep. All men sleep, yet while all men sleep, few dare to dream. All men sleep, few dare to dream. Dreams are the preserve of the chosen, yet others choose to wake up and lend feet to their dreams. And so, while all men slept, one man chose to dream. But after he had dreamt, he woke up to lend feet to his dreams. Others woke up and decided to chase after him, whether to support or draw him back. Today we are all here, almost at the finish line. But you realize that the road ahead is longer than the one we have left behind. Ago. And so I asked what his success was, and it says it comes from above, it comes from the Creator. Ono dia me friend before therefore down for du kwaku okumokuku seku pataku. Eja into oye so obani pa fam no odi ne nyansa bai no. E no sign de beja kwaku. Eja ku. Minti we bia so. E boldin etimo so fra wo mama. Esi oni pa mama ho ehina na asase me se na techere medu akiri. Nti onyankopon hira. Se wo okohwe nyansa ne nimde e de bo kantan nanso wa bin se kantan krenchi nti wonya hantan. Now difficulty ebetu mfimfin si obi entwa bi enya bindi ene yeni abi ago fiha. The baton does not end at the finish line from the man who gets tired in the middle of the race. And so our elders say etwa shim na ma santamayin. Like as the waves meet the pebbled shore. When one is taken out, another needs to be replaced. And so the baton has been passed from the dreamer down through sponsors, through the people who have doled out these questions and engendered knowledge amongst us. Ago fiha. Ago. Into nipa ko shede mesua de kakra wo pie ba wo so waben. Ana obin said den wo so waben se nkanfo. Nkanfo de wo bo hu mu anke ya mene wo. Into obinfo mesrew emfoku huntu ho. Ye pro hu na nka be ye tutu amane nyansa ene nimde. Se ne o tu nai e wutia e hu se ampa mo ayedu. Ana asase obi se manwate. Enye mea abofra na medie nanso me hwe se de agyanom se abeyi su ehunu mayenom se enchiri ba be yetu ekutu dwem de akada achi asemu a okura nka wa no bete. Onyonkopa hona. Onyonkopa ne hena. Onyonkopa eni odi difo a sorry anaju de sumu ekikem sa abo bi na eta wo firi dayim obofo therefore dan fo adu a ye de ade pe chano e wo fie eko wirem esan ba ebeto se eda ho obofo any prime time I just want to die no di jam na no kware maba ebi akọ ebi aba nanso egusu ye den ekoso. This is simply evident that Africa is hinged on the center. Welcome to the center of the world, this crossroads of dreams, this market of 9 moons, where in the beginning the Creator said, let there be light. we are truly the epitome of unity, with which the threefold chords of life are premised on, and though they do not break. In Penisa, say, asɛm wɔ hia asantefoɔ na nkasrɛmufoɔ de goro brekete nanso hwɛ wɔn sɛ asɛm yi hia ɔman nyinaa yɛde gyile aba abɛsi mpoano ha. This was born from us, belongs to us, from one of our very own. I beat my chest today. I am proud to be from this place, because gradually we are learning our lessons to celebrate our heroes while they yet live. We have learned to be warriors with a gift of word and knowledge and wisdom, who fight not with blows or with Remingtons, but who fight with the power of the word, the power of the mind, and says that in the realm of knowledge there is not a child, there is not an elder. For indeed, wisdom does not reside in one man's head. Otherwise, when Kwekwanansi had to climb the tree, it only took Ntikuma to tell him, Papa, hang the God behind you, and you would climb that tree. Ujami ame rostands and kwedun so na menyanshase. Anasase, maminya mwasini. What do I see one kia can see nanako? It simply says that who has won and who has lost is simply a different side of the coin, or a different side of the globe, or whichever cycle that keeps going and coming. And so I say, Anyemi, you do not know who wrapped that piece of cake of soap at the exit to the public place before you. So be humble. Rub what is enough. Leave the last man to carry our blessings. They are sure to come around somehow. For indeed, all of us cannot bear the baton at once. All of us cannot cross the line at once. Do not forget the back without which there is no front. Someone is first because somebody dared to come after him, and someone who the third and the fourth. And so, in this battle of wits, let us progress beyond banter and progress and dare to implement the things, the feats, the metals, the chemicals. Put them down into beautiful robotics. Put them down into beautiful policy. Put them down to beautiful engineering that will lift Ghana and take us to the next phase. I have been a child watching the NSMQ. I am a man now. I'm moving on. I'll be here long enough to see another 30. And when it is here, I will still beat my chest and say, before down for the Kwekua, Okumokuku Sekupataku, Edin Yansa Betu Kwekutrim, or the Nimdie, any Yansa, Bonkantan, Anyahantai. I have learned that when a child is called before his elders, he dare not name names or call titles lest he misses one and be made to pay a fine. And so to whichever sponsor who put a coin in our purse to make sure that this dream does not die. We did not die a death of dreams because when we shared it with you, you dared to believe and gave us a push up to this point. I could keep going on and on, but truly, we have nurtured unforgivable persistence. We have nursed perseverance. We have nursed teamwork. And we are indeed proud to say that we are formidable. If you doubt me, a little scientific experiment of nostalgia. Seeing is believing. And so, in 28 seconds, let me add two more. We just came to say that we have created a world-class product, ample representation of all of us, from the markets through the kindergartens who have dreams and aspirations of sitting behind these desks, to parents who have their children in here, to people who come from different places in the corners of Ghana, who are affiliated and cheer and chant and weep and express our innermost, because knowledge is being shared. Ago. What they could not do with the guns, what they could not do with multicolor, what they could not do with whichever creed they choose to call, we have done it. Going to the market like a rich man who shows up and nobody has anything else to buy. I simply came to tell you that art is the compendium of science and its explorations when he chooses to take a simple promenade through the times of history. It's my message well delivered, my accolades well given. And so to every man their due. I'm the writer king who sips communion wine from the calabash, and I came to pour libation to you and you and you. I equal to 30.
I told you, I think this performance deserves another round of applause, please. I feel like reciting a poem myself, but afajato. All right, we'll proceed. Thank you very much, Nana Sase. Our guest of honor and keynote speaker is not here, but his rep is. And so at this point, I'd like to call Mr. Prince Ajimanjia to launch the event for us, and then after which we'll do the balloting for the schools. And so, boss, please come and do us the honors. While the rest of you clap, thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I would like to declare the 30th anniversary edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz duly launched. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Short and concise. So this is how it's going to work. There are going to be 39 contests in all. That is from the preliminary stage all the way to the finals. And all the schools that are going to be contesting are in the pots A, B, and C. And so our esteemed guest here will move over there together with some of our sponsors. And so they'll be picking from each pot until we make up the 39. So that's going to be the running order for that. And so at this point, I'd like to invite the visionary of this whole project, Dr. Kweku Mensah Bonsu, to set the ball rolling for us. Oh, okay. Just a minute while they put the papers in the bowls. And so watch, is going to be 3 in each, a bunch of schools. All those papers being put in there represent schools that are going to be taking part in the contest. We have both the seeded and non-seeded ones, among other things. And so when you go there, you pick from each pot until your allotted number of rounds are done. And so when you're done, you put it in the bowl behind it. Of course, you display, and then everybody, so the crowd, you should be attentive. You should watch when the paper is displayed so that you can know which school would come up in the context next. And so, Sami is ready? Yes? Okay, so KMB, please set the ball rolling for us. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. After that, Mr. Chire would do us the honor and choose 15 schools. So you're doing it 3 times. So KMB, over to you. Please watch.
Anglo SHS.
Anglo SHS.
Nkranza SHTS.
Nkranza SHTS. Bompe SHTS.
Thank you very much indeed. Please, a round of applause for KMB. You're supposed to do one for us, just one, yes. Oh, clap well. Mr. Chere, you're doing 15. So, Sami will keep the tabs on you and the scores.
Holy Child School. Holy Child School.
Wesley Grammar School.
Wesley Grammar School.
St. Andrews SHS.
St. Andrews SHS. Yes.
Kumasi Wesley Girls High School.
Kumasi